the career that you choose today, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. Hello guys, I hope you guys are doing okay. I am Mampi, your favorite life sciences teacher. So guys, today I want to talk to the matrix. I want to talk to the people who are going to do first year, the people who are about to switch their careers. So today we are going to talk about how to avoid choosing a wrong career. The truth is, the career that you choose today, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. Whether you like it or not, it's going to affect you. It can be in a positive way or it can be in a negative way. But less likely a negative way, but it has a huge impact. So as you are doing grade 12, you wish to become something. Others want to be lawyers, others want to be teachers, others want to be doctors, and so forth. But what happens if you apply and they reject your application, or they don't respond to you, or you did not even apply? What else are you supposed to do? So most of the time we allow ourselves to be in the situations whereby you apply for something, they don't take you, and instead of waiting for that thing or switching for a better offer, you just take anything, especially from the peer pressure. You don't want to stay at home, you don't want to take gap year, you are stressed, you just want to leave home. But the truth of the matter is, gap year can also save you. Gap year can also help you. It also depends on where you are in life. So the first thing that I want us to talk about is what happens if you don't get your desired results. Beside upgrading, what happens? You don't get your desired results, or you are not even accepted, or you did not even apply. What else? So now, let's say you applied, they did not reply, or you do not apply at all. Or yes, you want to do late application. So I want you to avoid the following mistakes. I want you to avoid taking any other course just because you want to go to school. I want you to avoid taking any other course just because you are pressurized to go to Varsity. Just because you passed with a B or D and your friends are going to Varsity, it does not mean that you should also take the harsh decision and study something that you do not like. So initially with me, what I wanted was to study LLB, and I believe that it's still in my heart that I still have to study LLB. I don't know where, but in the future, I see myself pursuing that type of a career, although I also chose to take the education path further. So I don't know. But what happened with me is that after upgrading, I went to University of Limpopo. I did not get admission for LLB. So I did not get admission for LLB. The waiting list is 500 people. On the waiting list, they only need 200 people, and I'm not on the waiting list. So it was so disheartening and difficult. At that point, I knew that there's no way that I stand a chance to get my LLB here, because if the waiting list is 500 people and they want 200, where do I stand if I'm not even on the waiting list? So I couldn't take gap year, because remember I upgraded my results in 2013. So I took 2013 as my gap year, because my first matric was in 2012, second matric 2013. So it was not reasonable enough for me to say I'm staying at home because I want to study LLB, especially if they did not guarantee me the LLB that I wanted. And my family was not supportive of the idea, you know, stereotypical saying that lawyers are lying, hey, blah, blah, blah. So that also did not encourage me, and I got space in BSc. The people who studied BSc, they know that BSc is a mess. It's like first year you are 1,000 learners because you want space, you did maths, you did physics, they take you. Fine, first year you are about 1,000, and then honors they only want 10 people. So what about you? Like basically you are doomed, because guys, I don't remember the last time that I saw a post for microbiology, biochemistry, physiology, and all that. So those are the choices that most of us take. I'm sure if I take BSc graduates today and ask them, you can see even on TikTok, they are advising you guys not to do BSc because they're looking into things like this, whereby you graduate, there's no job, and you can't even do postgraduate because they only want about 10 learners or 15 learners. So it was difficult. So, but for me, to tell you the truth, I feel like BSc opened a door for me where God wanted me to be, because I was never going to think of teaching. I thought of it when I was in high school, but just in passing, not that I can be a teacher, but it was just like, if I be a teacher one day, I could do this, I could do that. But I did not know that that was God telling me that you are actually supposed to do this. So I did BSc, and then at least it channeled me to my teaching. But it was after how long? Like I completed in 2017, 2018, 19, 20, 21, and then 22. That's when I got admitted for teaching. So you can imagine the toll, you can imagine the burden, you can imagine the weight that I was carrying all along. So my advice to people who want to switch careers, my advice to my grade 12s, guys, we are trying to fight poverty here. We are trying to fight poverty. You can't be choosing any other courses. I want to make an example of the course policing. They are colleges who are offering policing. So someone might do that course with the hope that they're going to be a police officer. But the reality of the matter is that you just need matric and driver's license, and then you do policing. So it means that the years that you're going to spend doing policing, what are you really doing? So the first thing that I want you to avoid is to go to school just because everyone else is going to school that year. If you applied for your teaching, you do not get space. You can do these two things. It's either you upgrade at least 1 or 2 subjects to keep you busy throughout the year, or you go back to school full time, or you take a gap year. During the gap year, you can do your computer, you can do your driving license. If you don't have the money for driving license and computer, it's also fine. You are not forced to do those things, but it's okay to sit at home and apply the whole year to different institutions, and then you take it from there. If they don't take you next year, maybe that's when you can say, you know what, okay, I'm opting for something else. And then if you wanted to be a teacher and there's an HR course, if you're going to do that, then do it with the mind that says, I'm going to do this, and then after 3 years I'm going to convert and do method in teaching. So avoid choosing the wrong career because of peer pressure. It's going to cost you a lot. The decisions that you make today, the choices that you make today are actually going to affect you for the rest of your life. Like now, if I BSc, it's actually channeling me, unless if I decide to stop and say I'm doing something else. But if I don't get admission for that something else, which requires time, which requires money, which requires dedication, so it means I'm stuck with BSc. If I'm choosing to do honors in education, it means whatever that I'm choosing to do today, it's going to affect me. If your results are not good enough to go to varsity, don't go to college and do something that does not even make sense. Don't go to college and do something that is not going to help you at the end of the day. Upgrade your result, go back to school, write supplementaries. If you don't want to write supplementaries, sit at home while you're applying and looking into the opportunities for the following year. But if your results are not good, go back to school, please, or register for part-time. If it's maths, your maths is low, and maybe your physical sciences, you can do them part-time. You can ask for a tutor. But my main point, I hope I make sense. My main point is, I don't want you guys to do something that is not gonna benefit you at the end of the day. If you are coming from poverty, as I'm saying, we're trying to fight poverty. If you are not, that is good for you. If we are fighting poverty, it's difficult for you to do a luxurious course. Imagine if you do for example, had I chosen engineering since I qualified, maybe I'd be far in life. Had I chosen like health courses, I'd be far in life compared to what I'm going through now. And my dad always advocated for health sciences, but the problem is I never liked maths, I never liked physics. I feel like it was going to take a toll on me emotionally, so that is why I never pursued it. That is why I'm not pursuing it now. But the truth is, had I chosen those courses, I'd be far in life. At least choose the course that is going to be, at least choose the course and the career that is at least choose the course and the career that is going to bring butter and bread to the table, and then start doing something that you actually love. If you love filming, you can do the course that will bring bread to your family, and then do filming part-time or after you've accomplished so many things. So peer pressure is not going to help you in any way. Gap year can be a solution for you. During the gap year, you can plan your things, you can apply properly, you can also achieve certain things like your driving license if your parents can afford. You can also do your computer literacy. People are downgrading computer literacy, but let me tell you, that certificate can help you. That certificate gave me accreditation at Stadio because I had it. They were like, you know what, since you have computer, I don't have to do computer. So there's nothing as a useless certificate, like 6 weeks course certificate. It's not useless. You're going to gain something. And most importantly, to my Christian babies, to my Christian brothers and sisters, inquire. You know what? Speak to God, ask for guidance so that He can give you clear direction. If He tells you that you're going to do teaching, I know it might be difficult for you to be there, but it's best if you try there first. Unlike when you have to do BSc, you do this, and then teaching. So you can calculate like the years that went by. And not only to my Christians, consult your spirituality and whatever being, then you can have a clear direction of what you need to do with your life. I'm speaking about Christianity because I'm a Christian, and I feel like had I consulted God, maybe I would have chosen the right path from the initial point. But with me, there's a lot. I thought LLB is my calling because of the revelation that I had when I was doing grade 9. So I was kind of stuck in that career for so long. Like even after graduation, I was so stuck on it until I realized, you know what, it's not working, let me choose something else. And here I am, and it's working for me. Guys, if you need to take gap year, take gap year. It's going to help you to think properly. It's going to help you to plan properly. It's going to help you to apply for something that you love. And then if there's nothing if you don't get that something that you love, at least you'll get to have a plan B to say that if I don't get that, I'll get B or C so that I can be able to go to A one day. So that was my advice from me to you. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Normalize sharing these videos with others so that we can also help them, so that we can fight poverty together. I love you. Mwah. Peace.